Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 212A. It's the Tier 9 Soviet SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Redshire, and it's under the command of 73north. And he sent us in 2 replays with this Arty. So let's see how he gets on. No equipment showing, so unfortunately I can't tell you what he's actually equipped with. But I know he has got the 203mm B4 howitzer, and that's capable of doing 900 alpha, 52mm of pen, 10.4 meters on the burst radius, between 12.5 and 28 seconds of stun. We can see the patch at 155.58's moved over to the corner, and this is a tier 10 game with tier 8 tanks in it. Okay, he's aiming for the hill to start with. Always a good possibility the enemy will turn up there. It's where I aim normally on my first shot on Redshire if I'm in this location. Somebody makes the mistake of knocking a tree down, and that was the first round from the batch at 155.58. Well, the enemy have already turned up at the Zeppelin, which is quite surprising. And we've got a 113 Beijing Opera, rounds out. Oh, look at that! Huge number of tanks together, and he stunned 3 of them and got damage off 2. That was a good shot. Very worthwhile. No stun assist yet, but it's early days. Standard reload is 37.39 seconds. And we can see that 73north has 29.65. At least I think that's a 65. Another 279 to the Kunstpanzer because he went too far into the open. And he's out the game, taken out by a Scorpion G. Super Conqueror using the rocks for cover, and now we've got the Beijing Opera doing the same. Rounds out. Oh, direct hit. In fact, that one went through the wires and hit the Beijing Opera on the other side. As you may be aware, if you're not, I can tell you that the 212A was an Arty that wasn't built, but it was designed to be based on the KV222, which means that it was kind of like a precursor to the KV3. Of course, the KV222 was a KV1 that was modified to actually take more armor at the front and rear, but it was basically still a KV1. There were 2 varieties of tank that they tried out to make the KV3. One had less armor than the other, was the T150, and the KV220 had slightly more armor. That 752 has now put himself in a bit of a position because he can be hit by Arty, even if he can't be hit by our tanks. And the Beijing Opera is doing the same, so now 73north can load the shell and fire it directly over that wreck, and he's marked the ground to say that's where I'm going to go. Rouse out. Oh, and that was a direct hit, and it looks like the Batchat hit the wreck just before or hit the enemy just before our shell did. So it looks like the Batchat's just probably picked up a huge amount of stun assist. And we're loaded. Rounds out straight away. Landed on the rock directly in front of the Super Conqueror. And he's picked up some stun assist at last. Well, he did pick up some off the Kunstpanzer, actually. This crew doesn't have the communications expert skills, so at the moment, it doesn't appear to be working for us. That was a direct hit again. The guy was still sitting there behind the rock, even though we couldn't see him. Okay, so we're going back to where the 752 was located. And looking behind, we can see the Beijing Opera just got taken out. And it looks like the Superconk is pulling back. We managed to get some stun on him. Also looks like the 752, which was around this side, is also pulling back. So our teammates might be able to push forward on the Zeppelin, but I don't think they know that the enemy's gone away there. In fact, I think that the enemy's pulling back because they can see the IS-3 approaching the south end of the map, and they're probably worried that they may lose. The IS-3 just took some big hits. So did the 430 on our team. So we're going for the Superconk. And we've lost sight of them again. Our guys are pushing forward near the Zeppelin. Scorpion. And he takes him out with a splash kill. The 212A does have a very narrow arc of fire. Only 8 degrees, less than the 260. Or 261 rather, I should say. Only 4 degrees either side of the center line. The Super Conqueror is also a splash kill now. If we can put the shell in the right spot. Rounds out. And although we didn't get the kill, we reduced his hit points by another 134, making it much easier for our teammates to get the kill. And I think that 752's about to bite off more than he can chew, because yes, we've got a Jaeger going in. And he completely nukes the 752, but they've still got the Super Conqueror there, but not for long. Rounds out. 158 hit points, makes him a search shot for the Jaeger, and now the Jaeger wants revenge on him. That's the Backtrap 155-58 getting some. And the Jaeger zooms towards the Superconk. He must have it in mind. Oh, and the kill shot goes to the Backtrap 155-58. There's only 3 enemies remaining now. They've got a TS5 here. He's near the enemy cap in that copse. And we've managed to stun him. The enemy team's also got a T55A and a Batchat 12 ton. And here's the Batchat 12 ton. Now, we're not loaded, so we can't do anything, but we can shotgun this guy the moment we're loaded. Unfortunately, our Batchat's getting in the way. Yeah, unfortunately, the Batchat 12 ton has reloaded. Now, can we get a shot to stop him from getting the Pascucci's medal? And our teammates have turned up to try and stop the Batchat. And there's a kill shot that wins the game from our SU-130 PM. Here's the end of battle results, and that was a first class tank for 73 North in the 212A. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 10. And he managed to get a win rate of 2,182, which is very good. Let's have a look at the team score. But didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went to a Sharfuture 4, who managed 4,855, and he also picked up the high caliber. Second highest damage was that Super Conqueror on the enemy team with 4,081, followed by their Object 752 who got 3,636. We can see 73north got 2,150 hit points of damage. He was beaten by 3 members of the enemy team and 3 members of his own team, places him 7th on damage. When it came to kills though, top scorer was the Shure MV7X. He got 4 kills in that one. 2 kills went to the units 14.5 and the SU-130 PM, and the only one on the enemy team managed to get 2 kills was the Batchat 12 ton. When it came to 73north, he got 1 kill in the 212A. When it came to base XP, he's a little closer to the top. Top scorer was the Shure MV7X again, who actually got the top in all 3 columns, I should say. He got 1,268, the only player to get over 1,000 base. Second place was the Unis 14.5 with 956, followed by 212A of 73north with 933. He fired 14 rounds in the game, got 3 direct hits on the enemy and 14 splashes. 2,150 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 5 the enemy, killed 1, did 195 hit points of damage assistance, and 1,184 hit points of stun assist off 14 stuns. On a premium count, he actually made a profit of 13,100 credits, and he also took away 4,199 experience points after completing a mission, getting 2,800 experience points from that as well. So the first game is a success. They won, and he managed to get a first class. Let's see how he gets on in the second replay. The second replay is on the northeast spawn of Glacier. Game on. It's funny to think that this was basically just a KV-1 with a bit of extra armor, but it is a heavy tank nonetheless. If an enemy tank was to ram it, they probably would come off worse. Firing his first shot into the trees, and yes, he's felled 1. So he's a lumberjack and he's okay. There's more than likely somebody behind that bush at the moment. You can see the reload has gone to 28.79 seconds now. And oh look, there's a DBV with lost hit points. I wonder if he was behind that bush. It's a distinct possibility that he was. Now, one of the good things about the 212A is it does get a lot of ammunition. 30 rounds. It is a rather big casement, but it would be nice if we got the same number of rounds for the M53, M55. Okay, he's going to try. See if there's somebody there. Rounds out. Oh, there is somebody there. Directly behind the bush. I thought there would be. And he's just got a direct hit. It pays to know all the hiding spots. That DBV 152 is actually taking a lot of damage. In fact, now he's a one-shot. And he's not too far away. We're almost loaded. He's just got another direct hit. In fact, they're knocking trees down the other side. It's probably because they're worried. Okay, he's loaded again. Tries it again. Oh my god, this time he's actually just killed a Patton tank. That's a tier 10 game with tier 9 tanks in it. And he's just wiped out a Patton tank on the enemy team. And that's tier 9. We can see there's an enemy Manticore about to come into sight. It's being chased by an EBR, and, well, the EBR 105 finally managed to get him. Our team are doing exceptionally well on this side of the map. It won't be long before we'll be spotting the enemy tanks that are defending this area. Just anticipating somebody might be in there. Okay, that STB-1 is a good target. And there's a Waffenträger near where the pattern was killed. Okay, the STB-1 is... Oh, he just killed our Gonkowicka. That's unfortunate, but we fire a round at him and we get a direct hit on the back of the turret and it penetrates the 895. I'll bet the STB-1 didn't expect that he was going to get a kick in the head. And that guy goes down. So who's next? Well, we can see that DBV is still there. He is a one shot. He's pulling back, rounds out. And before our shell arrives, we now spotted a T-54. Unfortunately, we lose the EBR, and he went down to the Waffenträger, who's in that corner. We're only 4 up on the enemy at the moment, but we've just spotted the Object 261 on the enemy team. That's their only Arty. And we're loaded. We could possibly take out that T-54. We can land a shell near him. Rounds out. Here we go. And it stunned him. The gorilla got him instead. So we did assist our teammates there. Unfortunately, no joy there, but that was a kill shot, and it was our shell. Only one enemy remaining, and it's the Bobject. And there he is, and he's about to have a party. Rounds out. Well, he's been stunned. Unfortunately, that also stunned the Jagdtiger. But the Bobjet goes down, and that's the end of the game. Here's the end of battle results, and that was a first ace tanker for 73 North in the 212A. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 15. And he got a win rate of 4,521, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he did get the highest damage of the game, actually, but he didn't get 20% of the enemy hit pool, and that's why he didn't get the high caliber. He got 3,651. The second highest was 3,627 to the STB-1 on the enemy team, the one that he hit in the back of the turret with a round. And the third highest was the Toro on his own team with 3,052. When it came to kills, the top scorers were the Gorilla 15 and the BR 105. They both got 3 kills apiece. He came in joint second with 2 kills. So did the Jaegeru and the Object 752. Only one player on the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill, and that was their EBR 105. And only 4 players on the enemy team actually managed to get kills in that game. When it came to base XP, he was top on that one. So he's top on 2 of the columns, got second on the third column. 1,129, which means he's the only player to get over 1,000 base in the game. 912 went to the Object 752, and 898 went to the Toro. He fired 11 rounds. Only 11 rounds to get an ace tanker. That's very good. 5 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot. Obviously, we saw that one, the SGB-1. 18 splashes, 3,651 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 2, and got 1,251 hit points of stun assist of 16 stuns. On a free-to-play account, he actually made 15,781 credits from the game. And he also got 1,129 base XP out of that one as well. So a very good game to finish it off and finally get his first ace tanker in the 212A. Hope you enjoyed both those. If you did, please give this video a like and thank you for watching.